about moving into 2021. We're not in 2020 anymore. We're going to leave that mindset behind. We've got businesses to run. We've got a year to go out and get what we want from it. And that's what this session is hopefully going to trigger for many of you guys on here. Now, the highlights for us last year.
Praise the Lord, everybody. It's 8:15. I'm Pastor Broussard, and it's too early in the morning. Praise the Lord. I want you to know something. God is good today. He's helping me. And I would be wrong if I didn't share with you what He's using to do it. I looked at John chapter 9. It's on fire. As Jesus passed by in verse 1, He saw a man which was blind from birth. His disciples asked Him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. The works of God. Mercy, love, and power. Sometimes God says, I just got to show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. And we have to see it in times like these, turbulent, chaotic times, confusing times. It's good when God just makes it plain and lays it on the line and shows us His mercy, His love, and His power. This man was born blind. His disciples, men who followed Jesus, believed in Him, had seen Him do miracles, had seen Him open eyes and cut down fever and bring back things that were torn apart and speak to the elements, seen all that, and yet sometimes in a human being it was necessary that they see it up close. This man was born blind, and so the culture of that time felt as though if you were born blind, you had done something. Have you ever heard anybody say, or have you said yourself, what did I do to deserve this? The answer is you didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, we don't deserve the good, and so how could we take credit for having done something to deserve being born blind? Well, he got healed so that God could show His mercy, His love, and His power. Let's pray about it. God, sometimes we need You to show up in our lives and do a miracle in front of the people so that there will be no doubt that You are real when You show Your mercy, Your love, and Your power. We thank You for showing up in our lives right on time to do just what we need. We call on Your name, Jesus, and we say together, amen. You have a good Tuesday. That's all you need to do now. It's Pastor Broussard. I love you. It's 8:15. If God is kind, I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, on 2
Again, however you want to consume that, we've got all of those different mediums for you. And again, we're in series or season 3 right now, so we've got tons of episodes. Now, that podcast is all about how we're growing business, some of the issues and problems we've faced, and some of the things we do as founders of the business. Hopefully, you'll find it interesting. If you do, leave us a review. It really would help. The second thing I want to talk about is YouTube. So this time last year, I talked about us almost launching the podcast, almost launching YouTube, and really focusing on these 2 areas for you as a videos user, where we just want to put as much content out there as possible to help you grow your business, market your business, create better video content. It's not just about video. We have all of these different subjects. YouTube is another area we've worked really hard on in 2020. There's tons of content on there, from tips, tutorials, behind the scenes video content. We've obviously got our podcast on there. There's tons of stuff. And it's not just from myself, Joey, and David, the founders. We also have some of our amazing team that record and shoot this stuff every single week. So if you've not checked us out on YouTube, go and subscribe, go and check out some of the content and let us know your thoughts on there. So 2020 was almost a blur, but we managed to push some of these things on. So I just want to say we appreciate every single one of our users, and thank you for, again, watching this content, consuming it, giving us your feedback, and being part of what we're trying to build here at Video. So that was 2020. All of this stuff's going to carry on with the podcast and with YouTube, and you should go and subscribe and keep an eye on what's coming there. But it's time to switch the focus. Now it's over to you. So I'm going to start off with a question. I'm going to pull the chat box up here so I can actually see some of the answers to this. So I want to know, guys, why did you buy videos? Let me know in the chat box when you first saw videos, however you saw it, why did you buy it? What was your reasoning behind buying it? What made you take the plunge. What made you purchase? Hit the buy button. What was it? What was it that you were looking for? So we're getting tons through here. I'll read some of these out. So create videos for myself and clients. It looks simple and efficient. You dazzled me. Could see using it in my business to earn online income from Mike. Awesome. Creative way to promote your products, services. Pierre, cool. Logo intros. I've seen that a couple of times there. Leon, to make the video content for the sales dojo look boss. I like that terminology. To knock out videos for my own company. Amazing. One of the tools for my video marketing biz. Awesome. Wanting to offer something unique to my clients. Amazing. And these are kind of what I already assumed you bought videos for. Again, I've got it on the next slide. To create video content for your business or clients. So you came across videos, whether it was recently, a year ago, 2 years ago, and thought, right, I need to be creating video content. Obviously, that's where I need to be as a business, but I now need to be able to do it and make it look good without having that technical skill. That's what videos is. And again, it's amazing to see that that's, again, why you jumped in and what you're looking to achieve with the platform. Now, you've actually jumped in at the right time. In fact, and I say this almost every year, because since we launched in 2015, every single year, the adoption of video content has become stronger and stronger and stronger. However, in 2020, with the global pandemic, something huge happened. So businesses around the world were already moving more of what they do online. Okay, we again, as soon as you go and set up a business these days, your first thought is, where's my online presence? How am I going to promote my business? What am I doing on social? Those are probably three of the first things you think about. And again, that's now, whilst that was focused around certain business industries more than others a few years ago, now that isn't the case. Every business needs to be getting this stuff. I've been quite surprised this year. Within our business, we've been having tons of talks with different professional services, lawyers, and we've even been having talks in the investment circles and things like that. And the amount of professional service-based businesses that want video content is incredible. It's one of the biggest questions we get. I could use you guys. I could use your platform for our own, law firm and things like that. And years and years ago, that wouldn't have even been a thought. Now, the last 12 months in 2020, and why you found this at the right time, have shifted focus and accelerated this. Now, I know it's been different across the world, but we've all experienced some quite similar things. And again, not everyone, it's all different everywhere, but in the UK, and using us as an example, I know this has happened elsewhere around the world, in the US and Europe and other places as well. We've all experienced some form of national lockdown. We're actually in our third right now, which is absolutely incredible. But that very first time we all experienced lockdown, around the March, the April, the May time, we saw a huge shift. Being obviously behind videos and behind what we're producing, we just saw an acceleration of that adoption, because business owners then were made to stay home, were made to effectively go online and figure out the best way forward. And the first thing you do is look at, how can I promote my business? How can I get in front of more people? I need video. So you may have more time. You may have ideas for the future right now, and it's always best at the beginning of a year, in January, when it's all fresh, we're ready to go again. Now's the time to create that plan. And if you haven't already, it is going to be an exciting year, and it's one that needs full force and focus. Our competitors, your competitors, are also looking at video now too. And where a year ago you may have had less of a competitive playing field, now it's becoming more competitive. And we only have to look at industries like the hospitality and the restaurant trade. They're all now selling online because they've had to do. Previously, that wasn't the case. So again, competitors are sprouting everywhere now. Everyone's moving towards this. You have a head start. You have that first step in the door. You're already out there. You've already done that search to go and create video. How do I create amazing video for my business? You've already searched that out in what we're doing here. Now we've got to put this to use. So here's what we want to do. We want to help you plan, build, and execute the ultimate video marketing strategy for 2021. We have one aim. I have one aim right now on this session, and with what I'm about to show you, that's to make you successful with videos. That's our number one aim from the very beginning. When you purchase access to videos, when you trust us to actually do that and jump on board, and look, whether you buy a license, whether you subscribe to one of our monthly subscriptions, we want to make sure that you use our product. We want to make sure that you create as much video as possible with what you've purchased, so you get that return and you get use out of it. That is our number one aim, and that hasn't changed. We want to help you put videos to work as well, like you've probably not thought about before. And again, looking at the comments I got back just before when I asked the question, why did you buy videos? It's pretty clear that what I'm about to show you on here is going to help absolutely massively. So before I'm going to get into that, let me show you, let me just focus on one thing. I've got another question, but this might open up a few issues as well that you're facing right now that you may not be aware of. So, and again, I'm going to open the chat box here so I can see from everybody who's on here right now, what we're actually looking at, what's the split, and where's everyone sitting. So the first question I've got, you maybe own at least one piece of video software. I mean, on this session right now, who owns more than one piece of video software? So if we think of videos as being one piece of video software, video creation tool, how many more of the tools do you own? So everybody, I own a lot. Renee, at least 3. Michael, Melissa, I use 3. Yeah, everyone's saying yes. Rico, Tyler, David, Katrin, more than I care to count from Jill. Several, Karen, 3 tools, Amber. So there's tons of 3s on here as well, which is probably quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, I own multiple video pieces of software myself and use different things. We all know every business needs to be creating regular video content, right? But what do you actually create? I mean, when you open videos, what do you go and create? What's your first thought? I need to create this. And I know earlier we had some really good answers where the initial thought of jump into videos was I want to create a logo animation, but let's look past logo animations. You can't continue to create logo animation after logo animation after logo animation. That's not going to be video content. That's not really going to push you forward. We've got to be thinking about our content a bit differently. Sometimes, and again, if you're honest with yourself, you may not have an immediate purpose for a video. You may not really know where to start. Is anybody in that sort of position right now where you've got all these tools and it might be more than just videos and you think, now what? What do I actually create? What am I trying to achieve? And sometimes it'll take a video you see on social. Sometimes, I mean, Francesco, you put it perfectly. Overwhelmed. Yeah, you're overwhelmed. You don't really know what to do. I mean, the amount of yeses coming through here is absolutely incredible. But again, it's normal. This is a normal thing. And sometimes it might be something that triggers that creativity to think, right, I'm going to create something similar. You might see a competitor's video on Facebook and think, oh, I really like what they've done there. I'm going to create one like that. That's one of the ways that creative juice usually flows. But we know a lot of our users experience this issue. In fact, this past year in 2020, we introduced live chat on our website. And many of you on here may have used it. It's incredible. Katie and our support team who have implemented that do an incredible job. And it's there for you as a user, not just for if you've got a technical issue or something like that, but if you're just struggling to think, do you know what? I want to create something, but I don't know what template to use. Bang, I'm going to open the chat. It's there for that as well. It's there to essentially give you a little bit of support if you need to get some creative juices flowing. And that's one thing we saw from that is the amount that was used in 2020 was incredible. And it just showed us that even though you may be thinking you're the only one that experiences
It's 1 o'clock.
this issue. You're not. Tons of our users do. It's normal. Now, we've got a name for it, incredible. But again, it's normal. This is a normal thing. And sometimes it might be something that triggers that creativity to think, right, I'm going to create something similar. You might see a competitor's video on Facebook and think, oh, I really like what they've done there. I'm going to create one like that. That's one of the ways that creative juice usually flows. But we know a lot of our users experience this issue. In fact, this past year in 2020, we introduced live chat on our website. And many of you on here may have used it. It's incredible. Katie and our support team who have implemented that do an incredible job. And it's there for you as a user, not just for if you've got a technical issue or something like that, but if you're just struggling to think, do you know what, I want to create something, but I don't know what template to use, bang, I'm going to open the chat. It's there for that as well. It's there to essentially give you a little bit of support if you need to get some creative juices flowing. And that's one thing we saw from that is the amount that was used in 2020 was incredible. And it just showed us that even though you may be thinking you're the only one that experiences this issue, you're not. Tons of our users do. It's normal. Now, we've got a name for it, or I've got a name for it. I like to call it video content block. It's almost like you need to create video. Right, let's go and create some video content. Bang. Now what? Where do I go? I'm blocked. I'm stuck behind this brick wall. I don't really know what to do with it. Well, we've a solution to video content block, and I'm going to give you that solution today. We've created a completely free gift resource to help you with this, and we call this our videos content calendar. Okay, now what this is incredible. It's taken us several months to get this ready and get this released today, but it's ready, and this is going to completely transform in multiple ways how you create video content. So this is your 2021 video content calendar. So we've laid out 2021 for video content starting with Q1. So we've currently got Q1 ready for you, which runs until the end of March. Once we get closer to that time, we're going to be adding on Q2, Q3, etc. So you're going to have a running calendar for the entire year of 2021 with ideas. So whenever you are struggling for inspiration, we've got a resource you can refer to. Now, what you're going to be able to do with this is every single day, there is a subject to create short video content around. So as a business, if you want to promote your business, every single day, including weekends, we're going to give you a reason to create content. And these are real reasons. These are not just let's make up a ton of different reasons to do this, because that doesn't really make sense. We need a really good reason to create content. We're picking out events, we're picking out days, we're picking out reasons that align with those days where you can actually use it to create some really cool content around it. Every day we even show you an example, and we've even created and used a template within videos to execute on that day and initially give you that bit of a creative spark. So you can literally copy us every single day, or you can take that idea and run with it. Content is simple to create. You creating a video in videos right now is really easy. It's easy, but what's hard is the idea, and that's where it all starts. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to dive into the calendar on this session with you guys now. To get there, if you want to follow along with me now, guys, and this is the link you're going to want to bookmark, because this is the one that you have access to moving forward, videos.com/calendar, like you see on my screen here. Holly will pop that into the chat box as well. I'm just going to jump out here, and I'm just going to pull up the actual calendar on page here so you can see it. And I'm just going to briefly go over how this works, and then I want to touch on something else. Okay, so guys, just quickly looked at the at the comments. Unbelievable. This is fantastic. There is a God. Nice, amazing. This is incredible. Well, it's going to get better, guys. So let me show you how this works. So I'm just looking at February here. And again, we've got all the way until the end of March. We're actually adding March today. So if you don't quite see it on your screen yet, you may do. It's going live. So what we do each day, so I'm looking at February here. We have a full calendar of February, and every single day we have reasons. And we've got some really good reasons here. So we've got things like, did you know it was Facebook's birthday on Thursday? Maybe not. And the time when you're probably going to find that out is on Thursday when you log into Facebook. But by then, you've missed the opportunity to create a piece of content around that. Did you know that on Saturday it's actually frozen yogurt day? Did you know that we have a National Pizza Day on the 9th of February? We've, of course, got Valentine's Day, huge day coming. We've got the Super Bowl. The amount of content that's going to be flying out there around the Super Bowl is going to be absolutely huge. And that's now feeding across into the UK, whereas in previous years, we didn't see much when it came to Super Bowl, not being a huge American football nation. So, again, that's happening. And we've got all these different reasons here, Pokemon Day even, Tell a Fairy Tale Day. And some of these might seem a little bit, well, that's a bit quirky, that's a bit, I may not use that. But it's not just about the day. You might be in a business such as, I don't know, you may be a law firm. And you might look at a day like one of the biggest, Valentine's Day, and think, well, I can't really use that. I don't sell anything, that really helps with Valentine's. I mean, I don't really do that. But you can look at that day and think, how can I spin that one idea into a piece of content that works for my law firm? Well, one thing that's just come to my head there, could we create some form of video where it shows you as my client and me becoming the perfect match? Valentine's Day, don't just think about buying chocolates and flowers. Why don't you find the perfect lawyer? There you go. There's an idea from one specific day for a different business off the top of my head. But that's just because I'm reading these and looking at them. Now, there's a few things to look at here. Firstly, and you'll already be doing this if you've gone straight here on the link, is we can click play on any of these. It opens up that day. It explains briefly about the day and what you can do with it with a brief description. And we also link to the template we've used in the actual example. So we literally show you every single day, okay? Now, there's also another thing here which is really important, and you've probably spotted this as well. This isn't just let's just find a load of random days and throw them in there. We've also done the creative thinking in regards to what that video could be for you. So you'll see we have a key. Some of these have ROI, some of them have engagement, some of them have loyalty, familiarity, sentiment, user-generated content. We've got different reasons for these contents. If we look at the user-generated content one, Love Your Pet Day, this is all about how you could create a video for your customers to share their pets, okay? Now, that might not directly impact your business with revenue, but it improves your brand awareness, okay? And that's the whole angle on that particular video. So it's not just about creating random videos. They all have a purpose: ROI, engagement, familiarity, loyalty, user-generated content. It's all in here. And again, every single month we'll release new versions of this, so you can plan ahead. So you might be looking at February, and you might look at what's happening next week to create content around. But what this calendar is going to allow you to do is effectively plan out monthly, plan out weekly, so you can get ahead of your content. Because that's another issue many face. It's having the time to create the content, leaving it too late. All of a sudden you jump on and it's Valentine's Day and you think, oh, I could have created a video around this. Well, now you're going to have no excuse with that, because we've provided you with everything you need to go ahead and do that. So that's our content calendar. That's our amazing free gift to you. But there's more. The calendar is just the start, okay? So what we've also decided to do is put together an in-depth training session that Becca's going to be running that's basically planned to help you use our calendar better. The calendar's great because that's going to spark those ideas and hopefully give you enough to go out on creating content. It's not about creating a new video every single day. You might look at the calendar and think, I'm going to create 4 pieces of content this month, and I'm going to put time and effort into them, and I'm going to create around this. So you can pick it off really easily. Look at our examples to get some inspiration and template ideas as well. Now, the template is used. We do have a range of templates that are in licensed templates and template club templates. We have just used any from our entire library, but we do have a split of both. Now, it's not just about the calendar. Sparking those ideas, showing you these days and how you can use them is great. Showing you templates you can use, again, is slightly better because it gives you those ideas. But it's important to start understanding how you can actually take these even further. So we're going to be hosting an in-depth training session, which is happening this week, Friday the 29th of January. This is a free session for all of our users I will give you the link to that in just a moment. But let me first explain what we're going to cover on it, because it's quite in depth. There's a lot to talk about. And I want to make sure everyone is fully up to speed with this. So this session, we're going to deep dive into the content calendar and show you how to get the most out of it. This includes examples, ideas, and more. So let's take a look at the session, what we'll be covering in detail. So it's a deep dive into the calendar. First and foremost, we have several months of daily video content you can produce, more being added. We've done all the heavy lifting. All you need to do is take action. Every single day we have that video around a specific piece of content, and each day also has that structure. So we have that key, ROI, engagement. We're going to talk about that on this session. So we're going to go into detail on all of those different elements and angles and why they're there, why they're split up in the way they're split up, and how you can use these to promote your business. And again, if you're working for clients or working with clients, which from the question at the beginning, tons of you guys on here are, even better, you can use all of these ideas with your clients. We've done that work for you. There's actually a full strategy to the calendar. That's going to be, again, explained on that session. We'll also be showing you multiple templates for each day as well. So where on the actual calendar itself, you've got one template per day that we've selected. On this session, we're going to pick out days, and we're going to show you how to think about using different things on those days. So it's not just rigid, everybody use the same template as you go through the month. No, we're going to show you how to take this a step further and really think about it. And the easiest way for us to do that is for you to watch Rebecca's shoulder as she creates this stuff. You'll get to see so many different examples. And again, as far as creative block, which I talked about at the beginning, not only are we triggering all of these different ideas and showing you initial templates you can use, but this training is going to take you into the next stage where you actually look at how you can do this even deeper, how you can use different templates, how they can complement each other, how you can use all of that within your content marketing strategy as well. Now, this session we're going to be hosting on Friday is going to be live on Friday, but of course, all of you will get the replay link, and you can watch that back as many times as you want over 2021 to refresh you on how to, again, use multiple templates and refresh on ideas. This, again, though, is still just the beginning. So creating content is one part of the story. So the calendar is going to help you with that. Of course, and our training, part of our training we're going to be deep diving in is going to help you even further with that. But using and sharing your new video content is the other part. So there's always two parts. Create it, then what? You've got to share it. You've got to get it out there. So on the training, we'll also be going over that as well. So looking at how this content can be used on social, which many of you will be using. And with social, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you've got to put constant content out there. You can't just put a video out there today and hope that that video is still helping your business in 12-month time. In the majority of cases, it's not going to be. You need to constantly be putting content out there, not just for a brand awareness, but everybody that follows your page, everybody that follows you on LinkedIn. All it takes is one piece of content at any one, drive you that sale, drive you that deal, help you with that, and understand how in conjunction, I should say. Now, the next thing is within your business right now, do you use email? Who uses email within their business right now? And when I say email, again, please be descriptive as well where you can. But do you have an email list? Do you have customer lists? Do you just email clients one time using something like Gmail? How are you using email within your business right now? So we've got a few coming through. Lisa is using MailChimp. Awesome. There's a few. John is building a list currently. Tons of people have an email list here, which is awesome. iContact, Kajabi, ConvertKit, direct email. So there's some using it for direct email as well. Awesome. I mean, again, the majority coming through. Active Campaign, Michael. That's what we use here at videos as well. Okay, so tons of our users on here right now already use email in some form. Now, did you know Videos has a feature that actually allows you to use our animations inside of your email campaigns? Who's aware of this feature already? And I'm sure there'll be some on here that are, but I also know there'll be many that are not, because it's kind of hidden. It's kind of a secret, and we are getting tons. No, I didn't know. Nope. It's kind of a hidden feature. Let me show you what this is, because this is incredible. If you've got an email list at all, specifically, this is huge. But even if you don't, you can use this as well. So we call it videos for email. So let me show you how this works. So when you're in videos, so I'm inside my videos account here. I'm just going to double check, pull up, make sure you can see my screen. Yep. So this feature I'm showing you now, where this is built in, guys, is available in the template club and above. So you've got to be a subscriber to get this feature. However, if you're not a subscriber yet, don't worry. And again, I've got something to show you in a second. However, you don't have to subscribe or use our feature to do this. You can actually use an external service to do what I'm about to show you. It's just miles easier with the feature that we've built in. So let me show you. So when we pick a template, so I've got this one here, horror text template, which is just a title template. I want to put a message together with this template. You type your text in, whatever I want there. I can choose the color. I get through to audio. I can choose my audio track. I click preview. I mean, everybody on here knows the process of creating an animation. Once I'm happy with the preview, I can go through. There we go. There's my preview. I've not changed anything for the purpose of this. I can go through, click create. I'm now going to go through and I'm now rendering out my animation. Okay. So that's simple. Everybody knows that. Now, there was nothing different I did there than what you would do within your account. However, something's happening that, or will happen as this renders behind the scenes, that you don't have to touch, that's going to allow you to use that animation in an email. So let me show you. So if I head over to my videos, previously created videos, this is the one currently rendering. I've got one here, which is the same one. I just changed the text before. If I click on download, I've got two options. I've got MP4 and I've got animated GIF. Now, if you're just a standard license user of videos, you're just going to see the MP4 option only, and that's the version you can use on social, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, your website, in your video projects, wherever. The animated GIF version is only available for Template Club and up, and that allows you to download this, and I'll download the GIF version now, so you can see this. And if I open it up, it doesn't